Have you ever felt stuck? Not just in a bad mood, but truly stuck, like you're living someone else's life. You wake up tired. You look in the mirror and barely recognize the person staring back. Where did the energy go? The joy, where did you go? Carl Jung, one of the greatest explorers of the human psyche, believed that the most dangerous places in life aren't found on a map. They're found inside your mind. They look like ordinary life, but beneath the surface they are psychological traps. Silent, invisible prisons that slowly drain your potential, your clarity, and your soul. And the worst part? You often don't realize you're in one until it's almost too late. Today we're going to draw a different kind of map. Have you ever ignored a massive red flag in a relationship or a job because facing it was just too painful? That is the land of denial. It's a comfortable, hazy place where the harsh light of reality can't reach you. Here you don't have to deal with uncomfortable truths. You can pretend your toxic relationship is just a rough patch. You can pretend your soul-crushing job is just a temporary stepping stone. You can tell yourself the emptiness you feel at night is just tiredness. Society loves this place. It rewards you for not making a fuss, for pretending everything is okay. But Jung knew that what we refuse to confront doesn't just go away. It gains power. He called this the shadow, all the parts of ourselves and our reality that we push into the dark. In the land of denial, you are living on top of a volcano of unacknowledged pain, and you're calling it a peaceful hill. The danger here isn't a sudden explosion. It's a slow leak. Your energy, your authenticity, your very life force is seeping away, feeding the lie that everything is fine. You become a ghost in your own life. Going through the motions, but feeling nothing. Leaving this place is terrifying. It means admitting that you're not fine. It means finally looking at the things you've spent years avoiding. But the alternative is to disappear completely into the fog, to lose yourself forever. Once you start to leave the fog of denial, you're likely to fall straight into our second dangerous place, the toxic swamps of resentment. Have you ever found yourself replaying an old argument in your head? Feeling that same surge of anger as if it happened 5 minutes ago? Do you carry a list of everyone who has ever wronged you? A silent ledger of pain and injustice? Welcome to the swamps of resentment. It's a murky, poisonous place. And here you are chained to every person who has ever hurt you. The air is thick with bitterness. The ground is made of old wounds that never heal. With every step you sink deeper into the mud of the past. You think your anger is your weapon. You believe that holding on to your resentment is somehow punishing the people who wronged you. But here is the truth. They are out there, living their lives. Meanwhile, you are trapped here, alone, slowly being poisoned by your own bitterness. Jung taught that our psychic energy flows where our attention goes. In the swamps of resentment, you are voluntarily pumping your life force into dead situations. You are keeping ghosts of the past alive and giving them the power to haunt your present. You become a prisoner of what happened to you, unable to experience the now because you are so focused on the then. The danger of this swamp is that it convinces you that you are a victim, and as long as you see yourself as a victim, you have no power. Your happiness and your peace depend on events you cannot change, and on people who may not even remember what they did. To escape, you must do the unthinkable. You must let them go. Not for them, for you. Forgiveness isn't about saying what they did was okay. It's about cutting the chains that bind you to them. It's about choosing to stop drinking the poison. It's about reclaiming your energy and stepping out of the mud onto solid ground. From the poison of resentment, we often stumble into an even darker place, a cell of our own making. This is our third location. The cold stone prison of guilt and shame. Guilt whispers, you did something bad, but shame screams, you are bad. Have you ever been haunted by a past mistake? Something you did or failed to do that you just can't forgive yourself for? Do you feel like there's something fundamentally flawed or broken about you? If so, you're locked in this prison. Here, you are both the inmate and the merciless guard. The bars of your cell are forged from your own self-judgment. You sentence yourself to a lifetime of punishment, replaying your failures, convinced you don't deserve happiness. The world outside moves on, but inside your cell, time stands still. You are forever defined by your worst moment. The danger here is that it isolates you completely. Shame thrives in secrecy and silence. You believe that if anyone saw the real you, the flawed, broken you, they would turn away in disgust. So you hide. You push people away. You sabotage any chance of real connection because you feel unworthy. Jung understood that we cannot become whole by cutting off the parts of ourselves we find unacceptable. He famously said, "I'd rather be whole than good." Wholeness means integrating all of who you are, the beautiful and the ugly, the successes and the failures. Escaping this prison isn't about proving you're a good person. It's about accepting you are a human person. This requires radical self-compassion. It means looking at your past self with understanding, not judgment. Realizing you did the best you could with the awareness you had at the time. The key to this prison isn't hidden. It's in your hand. It's called forgiveness. The moment you stop being your own jailer is the moment the doors swing open. As you step out of that prison, you might feel a desperate need to be accepted, to be loved. This need can lead you directly into our fourth dangerous place, the glittering, hollow stage of the theater of the persona. The persona, in Jungian terms, is the social mask we wear to fit in. It's the good employee, the perfect partner, the strong friend. In this theater, you are the star of a play, and the role you're playing is someone who has it all together. The audience, your friends, your family, your colleagues, they applaud. They love your performance, and their approval feels warm like a spotlight, so you keep acting. You smile when you want to scream. You offer help when you are drowning. You say yes when your entire being is a no. You become a professional performer in your own life. The danger is that the applause is addictive. You become terrified of what would happen if the curtain fell, and the audience saw the real you, the tired, messy, vulnerable person behind the mask. And so, the performance becomes your life. You spend every ounce of energy maintaining this perfect image, but backstage, in the dark, you are collapsing from exhaustion. You are living a profound lie, and the person you are lying to the most is yourself. You lose touch with your own feelings, your own needs, your own soul. You become a beautiful, empty costume with no one inside. The only way to leave this stage is to have the courage to be imperfect. It's the terrifying act of showing up as you are, not as the world wants you to be. It means risking the applause for something far more valuable: authenticity. You will lose some of the audience. The people who only love the mask will walk away, but the ones who stay, they will be the ones who see and love the real you. And that is the only connection that can truly heal you. Whether you're on stage or off, there's another place the mind loves to trap us. It's not a stage, but a maze. A maze with no exit. This is our fifth dangerous place, the frantic, endless maze of overthinking. Have you ever been unable to sleep because your mind is racing? Analyzing a conversation from every angle? Predicting 1,000 disastrous future scenarios? That's the sound of your own footsteps, echoing in the maze of overthinking. This place feels productive. It feels like you're preparing or problem solving. But you're not moving forward, you're just running in circles. Overthinking is fear disguised as intelligence. It's the mind's attempt to control an uncontrollable world. If I can just think through every possibility, it tells you, I can prevent anything bad from happening. But all it really does is keep you paralyzed. You analyze every choice to death until you make no choice at all. You wait for the perfect moment that never comes. You live in a hypothetical future of what-ifs instead of the real present of what is. The danger of this maze is that it drains your will to act. Thinking becomes a substitute for doing. You can spend years in this maze, planning a life you never live, dreaming of goals you never pursue. It's a mental prison where the walls are made of your own thoughts. Jung taught that true wisdom doesn't come from endless analysis. It comes from experience. from engaging with life, from making mistakes, from feeling your way through the unknown. To escape this maze, you have to stop trying to think your way out. You have to choose one path, any path, and take a step. You have to be willing to act without knowing the outcome. It's about trusting your intuition over your anxiety. It's about accepting you can't control everything and having the courage to live anyway. The exit to the maze isn't found by thinking harder. It's found by choosing to live. When you're trapped in your own head or feel rejected for being who you are, it can lead you to our sixth dangerous place, the vast, silent desert of isolation. There are two kinds of aloneness. There is the sacred solitude Jung spoke of, a conscious retreat to recharge and reconnect with yourself. That is an oasis. But the desert of isolation is different. This is a barren, lonely landscape where you feel fundamentally cut off from humanity. This happens for many reasons. Sometimes society pushes you here. As the philosopher Schopenhauer observed, deep thinkers are often feared because they reflect back society's limitations. If you see the world with too much clarity, people may find you intense or strange, and they will leave you in this desert. Other times, we exile ourselves. The shame from our inner prison, or the fear of being discovered behind our persona, makes us withdraw. We build walls around our hearts, and then wonder why we feel so alone. The great danger of this desert is that it starves your soul. We are wired for connection. When we are deprived of it, we begin to wither. In this place, you start to believe the lie that you are uniquely broken, that no one could ever understand you. Your perspective narrows until your own thoughts are the only voice you hear, and it's often a critical one. You forget how to trust, how to be vulnerable, how to receive love. Escaping this desert requires a single, terrifying act of courage. You must send a signal. You must reach out to a therapist, a trusted friend, or even an anonymous support group. It's the act of showing a piece of your true self and seeing if someone responds. It's risking the pain of rejection for the possibility of connection. You don't need to find a crowd. You just need to find one other person who can see you in your desert and say, "I see you. You are not alone." That one connection can be the first drop of rain that will eventually make your desert bloom. All these places, the denial, the resentment, the shame, the masks, the overthinking, the isolation, they are all fed by one ultimate power source. This brings us to our seventh and final dangerous place, the inescapable quicksand of the past. The past is not inherently dangerous. It's a place of memory, of lessons learned, but it becomes quicksand the moment you allow it to define who you are today. Have you ever said, "I can't do that. I've just always been this way"? Have you ever let a past trauma or a past failure become the entire story of your life? If so, you are sinking in this quicksand. This place is so dangerous because it feels like truth. It uses your own memories against you. It tells you that because you failed before, you will fail again. Because you were hurt before, you will be hurt again. It convinces you that your identity was forged in the past and is now fixed in stone. Jung's entire philosophy was a rebellion against this idea. He said, "I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become." The quicksand of the past denies you that choice. It keeps you small, predictable, and trapped in an old version of yourself. It's the voice that says you can't change, you can't grow, you can't heal. It's the ultimate prison, because the walls are invisible, built from the stories you tell yourself. To escape, you must challenge the story. You are not your past. You are the consciousness observing your past. You are the person who gets to decide what those memories mean. It's about understanding that every single day you are a new person with a new choice. You can choose to be defined by your wounds, or you can choose to be defined by your courage to heal them. It's about taking your pen back and starting to write a new chapter. So, denial, resentment, shame, persona, overthinking, isolation. The past. These aren't just emotional struggles. They're places, psychological landscapes we wander into and sometimes forget how to leave. Carl Jung didn't just teach us to explore the mind. He warned us, if you stay too long in the wrong place, you start to believe that's who you are. But here's the truth. You are not the swamp you've been sinking in. You are not the prison you built to survive. You are the one who can walk out. Right now, in this moment, you get to choose. Which place are you ready to leave behind? One word is enough. And when you name it, you claim it. You draw a line in the sand and say, I'm done being stuck here. This is your turning point. You're not alone, and this isn't the end. It's your first step forward. We'll see you in the next video.